What's up, guys? Corey Allen here with the Overton Report, and on behalf of the Overton Group. So many of you know that we have a rally coming up on Tuesday, 5 p.m. in front of City Hall. Now, like good citizens, we applied for the proper permits. This has been 2 weeks. Everything was fine. Everything was good. And then suddenly, we were told that we were going to have to use some park off to the left, completely enclosed, away from anybody to see, kind of putting us away into a corner so that we can't have our voices heard.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Well, this was unacceptable. So we reached out to different council members who assured us this didn't seem right and that they were going to look into it. So we were asked to reapply for the permit, and we did. And it came back from Lieutenant Bruder. From Captain Bruder. He recently got a promotion. Congratulations on that. Saying that nothing had changed. And actually putting even more stipulations on it. Now, when J.T. Bessinger spoke with them, why? Why are you doing this? Well, their answer was, we would have to give counter-protesters the exact same space at the exact same time. That didn't make much sense to us. That sounds a lot to me like a heckler's veto. So that was a little strange, but what also struck me as odd is that they would think for 1 second that anybody would be counter-protesting, like in favor of the Charleston City Council continuing to hide in their offices and not facing the constituents. Nobody is on that side of this fence. Nobody is on that side of this issue. And you know that, so that was false. You're lying. Just like the last rally we had. Nobody showed up to counter it because it's really indefensible. The other position here is indefensible. And you know that, and the city council knows that. So what do we do? Well, here's the thing. We've seen over the past year the term civil disobedience take on an entirely new meaning, just like many words in the English language have, to mean something utterly perverse to its original definition. There's nothing about burning cities to the ground that can be considered civil disobedience. There's nothing civil or civilly disobedient about screaming profanities and drawing profanities all over buildings throughout the entire city or in parks while you're having unpermitted protests and events, as the left has done consistently.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking coon. Wanna be black man. Go be over there with the white people like you want to be, bro. You wanna get up tonight? Don't look at me in my eyes. What is this with your head? What's wrong with you, son? And you keep your eyes on the ground.
Man, you don't want it.
How you doing?
You don't want it.
I don't have to go anywhere. This is public street sport.
I said you don't want the trouble. I was trying to help you out. I can give you trouble if you like.
I don't want trouble.
Keep walking.
Calm down.
So yeah, the term civil disobedience has been turned by the government and their media cronies to mean something bad to conservatives. But really, it's the ultimate liberty-minded principle. It's the last option, the last best option. So we have a meeting this evening with about 30, 40 people, and we're going to be discussing what the next action will be. What I can tell you is that this rally will go on as scheduled. It will happen. We will be there. We will have speakers. and we will be at City Hall. That's happening. We would really appreciate it if the city councilmen who had given us their word kept their word and got this worked out. Even the ones that pretend to be conservatives, we would really appreciate it if this time you actually, stood on it instead of backing down at the last moment, as so many establishment conservatives are so wont to do. It's not asking much to have a city council face their constituents. It's not asking much to have you hold in-person meetings, finally, after over 1 year. So listen, Ross Appel, John Tecklenburg, Peter Shahid, Carol Jackson, Jason Saccharin. How can you defend sitting in an ivory tower as you give lip service to everyone? You talk about government not being fair to the citizens. You talk about all of these things, and then when it's time to actually put some action behind those words, what do? No, we're just going to sit here in our ivory tower, look down, and hopefully we won't hear anything that they say. But you will, because like I said, we're bringing speakers. Here are the options. Do whatever you got to do to hold an in-person meeting this Tuesday. Or correct your police department and reissue the permit for us to be at the front of City Hall. Very easy, very simple. I don't see any arguments for the other side. There's not another side to this issue. Grant people their right to peaceably assemble or do what you're supposed to do. Where's the conflict? Because I'm missing it. So we will keep you guys updated. We'll let you know what happens after this meeting that we're having this evening. And in the meantime, go to JT Bessinger on Facebook and check out the conversation he had with Kelly Golden earlier this morning.
They were going to have an in-person council meeting on the 13th, and then last month they voted not to. So we're going to City Hall because we want them to come back. We're tired of them hiding from us, doing all of this, raising taxes, buying garages for $30 million, screwing the people over of Charleston without facing us at all for the last year.
Including the mask mandates that we know they're going to push through again. That's the last thing that business owners need. It should be a choice.
Dragging some of us to jury trial over masks.
That's something that happened to JT. So then when it comes to the permit,
it's still happening. If maybe Charleston needs a little bit of civil disobedience. We will be meeting at the front of City Hall at 5:00 on Tuesday. There's actually going to be a cleanup Saturday and Sunday. People are going to go around picking up masks off the sidewalks downtown, and then we're going to dump those on the porch for City Hall. We just like to invite everybody out.
Very good conversation. It kind of gives a little bit more of the ins and outs, and we'll keep you updated. So we'll see you soon, Teck. We'll see you soon, Saccharin. We'll see you soon, Appel, Jackson, all of y'all. We'll see ya. Enjoy your weekend.